Oh my god. Hey guys. Hey. Hey. Hey guys. I guess I'm still a little bit dead. Nick, thank you so much for being a member for 47 months. Thank you, long live Shiki Miyoshino's bowels. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. What a weekend I've had. Welcome everyone. It's story time. It's story time. Story time and catch up. Yippee! Yippee! No, she's heavily medicated. Not even. The kind of medicine they gave me is like the kind that you dissolve underneath your tongue. Ugh. I did not have an Audi. This feels like rage bait to get me to post my belly button. I do not have an Audi belly button. Uebagi, thank you so much for being a member for 50 months. Yippee bowel movements, not even. And Todd, thank you so much for being a member for 50 months. You need to be put on the stretching machine. Pigs. Okay, so let's do a story time. But let's go all the way back to the beginning, from when I was born. So I've talked to you guys about my bowel issues before. But for a little refresher, to explain, I was born with an anatomically wrong rectum. And my parents were told that I will always have issues with constipation. And so, like, digestion is always very painful and very long for me. It is something that I've had all my life. And, you know, they almost diagnosed me with a rare disease where I'd have to have a colostomy bag and I wouldn't be able to poop like a normal person. But that ended up not being the case. And so they were like, we can perform a surgery on her to loosen her muscles. But we don't want to rush into that because, you know, when she starts walking, maybe things will get better. And I guess they kind of got better, but I still have issues, you know. It all started when Shiki was born without an Audi. P.S. Thank you so much for being a member for 49 months. Anatomically wrong rectum is what I'm going to call my indie rock band. So let's skip ahead to February of this year, where I had an issue where I was having severe abdominal pain on my left side, and I got very scared, and I was taken to the urgent care, where I was x-rayed, and they were like, oh, you're just full of shit. Literally. We're going to give you a Miralax flush, and you should be fine. And it worked, and it was awesome. I had poop all the way up to my rib cage, and it was terrible, terrible pain. Flash forward to, let's say, like a month ago. I started feeling the pain again in my left side, and it was really, really intense. It woke me up, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. And it went away after a day. And then, let's go forward a little bit more to when Hani and I went to Korean barbecue. And that night, I think both Hani and I both got a bit stomach sick. But, the pain was really severe. And the next day when she and I went out to lunch, it was so severe that I, like, had to throw up at the restaurant that we were in. And ever since then, I've had, like, really, really severe abdominal pain. And it's not like abdominal pain that stays in one spot. It, like, travels. It's like, it's either on my left side, or it's in the middle, or it's on the right side. It doesn't stay in one place, so I am, like, assuming, like, oh, I must be really backed up again. So, I talked to an internal medicine doctor friend, and I'm recommended Synacot. And I take really high dose of Synacot. I take 17 milligrams. So I take Synacot last Monday night. And it feels awesome. I feel relief for the first time in a while. And everything's great. And I have a bowel movement. It's awesome. And then after, like, a little bit, the pain comes back. And I'm like, oh, I must be really backed up. So I keep taking Synacot for, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 nights in a row. And then I'm still feeling pain. I'm having some bowel movements. And then I was instructed, like, maybe you should take, like, Miralax to go with it. So I start doubling up, and I'm taking Synacot and Miralax. And the pain is still present. And on Friday morning, it was so severe, I called my mom, and I was like, you have to take me to the doctor. She was like, you sound really, really bad. Do you want me to take you to the emergency room? And I say, no, I just want to go to the urgent care. And so I go, I get another x-ray, but they tell me this time my intestines are basically clear. Like, there's no backup. And so I'm thinking, like, why am I in so much pain? And so I start catastrophizing at that point. And I'm thinking, like, oh God, do I have, like, sepsis? I'm thinking, like, is something wrong? Do I have cancer? I start, like, catastrophizing. And they're thinking, like, oh, you know, it's possible that maybe you have IBS. So they send me, like, a referral sheet of people that I can reach out to see, like, a gastrointestinal doctor. And I'm like, okay. And they prescribe me something for my pain, and I take it. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll start getting on the right track soon. And skip ahead to, like, 11 p.m. I'm still in pretty bad pain. And so I go to sleep, but I'm jolted awake to my body, like, spasming and my legs shaking violently. Like, my body, like, spasmed so hard I, like, sat up, and my legs were shaking violently, and I couldn't stop it. And I started panicking really bad, and I'm like, what is going on? And I start panicking, and I wake up my husband, and I'm like, you need to take me to the emergency room. I don't know what's going on. He's really confused. So we go to the emergency room. It's the same emergency room I went to when I thought I was having a stroke. And I'm shaking real bad, and everything is really painful and terrible. And they get me in pretty quick initially. And I explain, like, what I'm going through, and they fill up my tummy. They check my vitals. My vitals are fine. And they're like, well, we don't know what's going on, so we're going to take some blood tests. For context, I have a terrible needle phobia. It's enough to make me pass out. It's enough to make me hyperventilate, throw up, all these terrible things. It's really, really bad phobia. I've had it all my life, and it's really embarrassing to deal with when these things happen. So she says that she needs to draw my blood so they can run lab work. And as she's trying to roll my vein around and find out a, like, place to, like, you know, stick the needle in, I'm having a panic attack. I'm hyperventilating. I'm crying. And she's trying to talk me out of it, and my husband's like, it's okay, just don't look. And the nurse is like, just look at your husband's pretty hair, and I start, like, crying really hard. And then she's like, I can't seem to find, like, she's like, I want to make sure that I get, like, a good vein. And so she's like, I'm gonna go get another nurse to help me out. And I look at my husband, and I start crying, and he's like, it's okay. And so she comes back. Well, rather, she sends another nurse in, and the nurse finds it, like, right away. And she's like, it's okay. It's you're barely going to feel it. She's like, it may look like a big needle. You're barely going to feel it. And so she pricks me, barely feel it. And they take blood. They take 2 big vials of blood for lab work. And then after she's done, and she's, like, you know, left my IV thing in. So, like, when you're in the hospital, they stick a little, like, needle in you so that they can attach an IV at any point in case you need fluids or anything in your system. And so as soon as she puts that in and she takes the blood, I start retching, and they have to hand me something so I can throw up. It's so embarrassing, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I know I'm basically 30, and this is so terrible. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. Oh my God. I couldn't control myself. And then, like, when she left the room, I looked at my husband. I look at him, and I just, like, start frowning really big and start crying even harder. I was just really overwhelmed. I was just so overwhelmed. And then after they take my blood, they're like, okay, we're gonna put you back in the like waiting area. So we're in the waiting area, and they're like, okay, come back here, and they send us to like the emergency waiting area, and we're sitting there and we're waiting for blood test results, and then like this girl comes in on a stretcher, with this guy, and she's got like a full bandage around her like head, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what is going on tonight? It's Friday night. I think that probably they get the most like people in the emergency rooms on Friday night. And I'm trying to listen in to figure out like what's going on with these people. I'm assuming that like this girl and this guy, they're probably like 21, 22, you know, like college age. And like the guy, he seems unharmed, but he's like covered in blood. Like his back is like completely covered in blood. The girl has like a couple of bruises and like blood and scratches, but like she's completely bandaged up at the top of her head. And I guess what had happened was they were on their first date in the city, and they were really heavily drinking, and they rented these electric scooters that you can rent around downtown. And I guess like she was just really drunk, and she was like looking down while she was riding on her scooter, and she ran head first into a brick wall in the middle of downtown. Head first into a brick wall. And so like all that blood that was on the guy, it was her blood. All the blood that was on her, it was her blood. And so they had to call the ambulance. And yeah, head wounds do bleed so much. And it was their first date, but he's like being so reassuring. It was almost like they were like already a couple, basically. Like a really established couple. Like he was holding her hand while she was like crying, and he was like, if it makes you feel better, that was the most like interesting first date I've ever been on. You really left an impression on me. He was like holding her hand and like rubbing her back and stuff like that, trying to make her feel better. He seemed like a really nice guy. And they were like calling their friends. They were like calling their friends to like come to the hospital to like, you know, like be there for moral support and stuff like that. And then like the lady that was out there like questioning them so that she could get the full story, she was like, do you drink? And she was like, yeah. She was like, did you drink tonight? And she's like, I'm not gonna judge you, I'm just trying to get the facts straight. And she's like, yeah. And she was like, how often do you drink? Once or twice a day. And she was like, do you smoke? And she was like, I vape. And they're like, did you vape tonight? And she was like, I left my vape in the ambulance. But yeah, they were in there basically like as long as we were. They were in the ER basically as long as we were. I think we were there just a little bit longer. But like she got checked out. I think she had like a mild concussion, but she was totally fine and she was able to go home. I think that they will probably like last a long time as a couple. It seemed like this was a very interesting date to go on. But anyway, enough about them. So after a while, they come back and they're like, okay, we got your blood results. And I was like, and? Because I'm fucking scared. Because like, I have a somatic disorder. I'm always thinking that something is really, really wrong with me. I'm always scared that I like have cancer or something. My grandpa died of pancreatic cancer. My mom's sister had like terrible colon cancer, and she had to have like a big portion of her intestines removed. And so I'm just really nervous about that kind of thing. So they give me my blood test results and they're like, nope, looks good. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, the only thing that's like sticking out is that your white blood cell count is a bit high. It's a bit elevated. And I was like, what's the regular? And they're like 10 and you're at 14. And they were like, but that could just mean that you're really stressed out, or it's just a pain response or something like that. You know, these kind of things happen. And they were like, we hear you're coughing, so maybe you still have like a viral infection you're trying to fight off. And I was like, I'm not diabetic or anything. And they were like, no, nothing's wrong with your blood test. And they were like, but we're gonna give you a CT scan. Have you ever had a CT scan? And I was like, yes, I had one when I was younger because I had mono and I needed to get it checked out. And they were like, okay, have you ever had contrast put into you? So like, contrast is like when they it's like an IV thing, and it makes your body feel really warm, and it's kind of like dye. It's dye so that they can see better with the CT scan. So they wheelchair me into the CT scan room. I get my CT scan, and then like it's a long waiting game. It's a couple of hours. And they know that it's going to take a couple hours, so they hook me up to the IV, and they're like, we're going to get some liquids in you. So I have IV. They want me to be full up of like a whole bag of fluid. And then they're like, we're also going to give you some pain medicine that we're going to distribute into your IV, and another thing, like a muscle relaxer or something. So now I'm full of medicine and fluids, and I'm feeling a little bit better. Yeah, when you get contrast put into you, it feels like you peed your pants almost, and your whole body is like full of like hot piss. It feels kind of nice. It's very warm, and it's like instant. Like as soon as the contrast gets into your bloodstream, it feels like so hot and warm. And they're like, you're gonna feel like you're peeing your pants. And I was like, okay. And so they CT scanned me. I'm getting like the IV put in, and I'm really tired. Cause, you know, we left the house at like 1 a.m. And we didn't leave the hospital until like 9 a.m. And so after hours and hours and hours, they finally come back into the room. And at this point, I'm just like begging, like, I hope it's just an intestinal infection. Please don't let it be cancer. Please don't tell me that my pancreas has burst. Not my pancreas, my appendix. Because I'm always scared about, like, appendix bursting after I saw that one Full House episode where Uncle Jesse, his appendix burst right at the time that his wife was going into labor. And so I'm freaking the fuck out. But then they come into the room and they're like, okay, we got your CT scan results. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And they're like, nothing. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? They're like, it doesn't seem like you have any kind of infection at all. There's no inflammation. You don't have like any tumors. All your organs look like they're in amazing shape. And I was like, really? And they were like, yeah, the only thing is that you have like an umbilical hernia. I don't know if you know about that. And you have an ovarian cyst. And I was like, well, that's normal. And I was like, that's all? And they were like, yeah, so we're kind of, you know, we came to one of two conclusions. So there are two theories for why I'm very hurty. One, I have IBS, which would explain a lot of things. And I'm having a flare-up. And, you know, IBS can flare up due to diet issues or stress. And I've been really, really stressed out in recent months. Especially the last 2 to 3 months, I've been very, very stressed out. And the other theory is that I was constipated. I took the laxatives and it just irritated my bowels, and I kept taking laxatives because I was still in pain when I didn't need to take them, and so they were causing my intestines to spasm and have really bad pains when there was nothing to push out of my system. So they prescribed me, and they were like, so it's either you know, you have IBS or you're just like, your body's trying to recover from all the laxatives. And so I was like, oh, okay. So they gave me hyoscyamine, which is like in medicine they prescribe for people with IBS, and you dissolve it under your tongue. And they also prescribed me something else. I don't remember what this is, actually. Let me check. I have so many pill bottles on here. This other medicine is... It's a nausea medicine. It's called ondansetron. Ondansetron? Something like that. So, I came home early in the morning, and I couldn't sleep. And I had been awake for almost 48 hours before I actually went to bed. And I still have some pain. It's not the worst pain. It's more like, it's just really uncomfortable. And the pain shifts. It doesn't stay in one side. So yesterday my pain was located on my left side. Today it's on my right side. And it's not a terrible, terrible pain. It's like a cramping kind of thing. And it goes in and out. So I think my intestines are just really irritated right now. And I'm planning to contact a GI doctor this coming week to see if I can arrange an appointment. So, yeah. Yeah. But you are recovering, right? I think so, because it's not, like, debilitating pain like what I was having before. Because last week, I was so miserable. I don't know if... You guys remember me telling you guys how, like, miserable I was on Friday? It was not only, like, pain, but the pain was, like, all over my body. It wasn't located in one exact area, and I was so nauseous. I couldn't, like, I didn't know what to do. So, I'm taking this, and I'm thinking that, like, maybe after, like, a week or two, or maybe a bit longer, I won't have any pain at all. So, I think it's definitely a bit better than it was before, but my pain is still there. It's just not as bad. So yeah, I kind of went through it. I'm still going through it. Hey, buddy. He's trying to play with Ozzy underneath the blankie. Hi, buddy. You were in bad shape. Yeah, I'm still kind of in bad shape. I think also because I've, like, tensed my body up so much from, like, the pain, my whole body is kind of just sore and feels like there's a lot of pressure. So a stomach cleaning treatment, I thought about it before. I'm gonna talk to the GI doctor and see if we can figure something out and see what they think is best. I'll probably need a colonoscopy, to be honest. Freddy, calm down. But yeah, it was a whole endeavor. So that's why my streams have not been very frequent this past week, because I've felt like I was literally going to die. I actually thought I was when I went to the emergency room. But yeah, the doctors are pretty confident that, like, nothing is, like, really wrong with me because my blood tests were fine and all my organs look great. So, you know, I was really worried that, like, something bad would show up in my CT scan. So, yeah. Recovering from exhaustion will take time too. Yeah. You know, I had been needing to get blood work for a really long time because, you know, I'm getting to that age where soon I want to try to have children, and it's really important to get blood work done and get your organs looked at before you start trying to conceive a child. And so I'd been meaning to do that for a while, but, you know, my phobia just kind of takes over a lot of the time. And so this was a situation where, oh, I'm really glad that I got blood tests done. 'Cause now I know that everything looks pretty good in my body. So yeah, I was meaning to. I just didn't expect to. Hey, can you shut up? They're fighting. Yeah, I didn't expect to get blood tests done like this, but glad that I got it done. And I'm glad that, you know, I catastrophize. Can you shut up? Who wants a treat? Who wants a treat? Mmm, yummy. But yeah, I catastrophize a lot. And so, like, for years I felt like, oh my god, I must have cancer or something, because that's why I'm having so many aches and pains all the time. But no, actually my organs look great and my blood tests look fine. So I guess I'm fine. It's just that my intestines are all messed up either from overdosing on laxatives or having IBS. So, I'm hoping that I can start not being in pain anymore, because it is so exhausting to be in pain constantly, you know? It is truly so exhausting. But yeah, that was a whole ordeal, and I just need to know, my husband is the MVP, because he had only just gotten home from a 2-week-long business trip. Literally an hour before I asked him to take me to the ER. He only got like 30 minutes of sleep before he had to take me to the emergency room. And I also only got a little bit of sleep before then, so as soon as we got home, he just dropped dead. He just dropped dead and slept for the whole day. Yes. He is good. And I just couldn't get myself to sleep at all. So I stayed up and I watched the Face Connect debuts. And then as soon as those were over, I went to bed. And I got to sleep for 12 hours and it was awesome. I have not gotten to sleep for 12 hours in so long. Yeah, I got to sleep so long. I got to sleep so long and it was awesome. That good rest, exactly. I started getting outside and getting more exercise and my symptoms went away. Honestly, yeah. I should really take better care of myself. Even though, like, my blood tests and my organs look great, I should really, like, just try to, like, watch what I do. And I'm sure that, like, I'm sure I could... I was eating really, really healthy for a long time. And then, like, I got really, really busy, and so I haven't been able to really take care of myself and do, like, the exercises I was doing before, or, like, cook as often I was before, because for the longest time, I've been, like, door dashing and getting, like, really unhealthy foods to eat, so I think that I just need to lock in and start, doing better again, you know? Yeah. Ugh. When you start working hard, comfort food is tempting. Yeah, and I've been working so much for the last several months, so it's been a lot. It's been a lot. You are so loud today. Ow. Ow. Looks like hubby's gotta make dinner more often. No! Hubby does not know how to cook. I do not trust him in the kitchen. Bro does not know how to cook anything. He can make rice. He can maybe fry an egg. He can make a bowl of cereal. He can heat up chicken noodle soup. He is not... No. Then teach him? No! Because I'm gonna fucking kill someone disease when someone's in the kitchen with me. Rice and egg base. I feel like that's like the staple, like, Asian American thing to do. Who would you trust more with cooking? Kiki or Ozzy? Well, Ozzy's a dog and he can't even reach my oven, so... Can't even reach the oven. I get so worried sometimes when Freddy's in the kitchen with me, because, like, when I open the oven to put something in, sometimes he'll start sticking his nose in there, and I'm like, no! No! Shiki, if you can't cook and he doesn't know how to, someone will need to know how. Not necessarily. There's plenty of foods that you can eat without cooking them. Surprisingly, guys, I have been eating bananas because I feel like I'm gonna die if I eat anything heavier. I've been eating so many bananas because I feel like I'm going to die. He's actually sick today. He didn't go to work today, so I've been taking care of him, and I got them. I got Gatorade, and I heated up some soup for him. Potassium. Yum. Isn't too much potassium bad? Well, also, I feel like laxatives kind of drain you of potassium, too. You know how it dehydrates you? I think it drains you of potassium, too, so... But yeah, I got bananas and I got applesauce. Apparently applesauce is kind of bad for people with IBS. But I got it anyway. Can you not eat bananas? Are you allergic? Yeah. But I'm thinking I might cook tonight. What's wrong with the sauce? So, applesauce can be bad for IBS because it's high in fructose and sorbitol, which are fermentable carbohydrates that can trigger bloating, gas, and diarrhea in sensitive individuals by fermenting in the gut. Yeah. And apparently fructose is like really hard for people with IBS to digest. Have you been taking any electrolytes? Technically, I've just been drinking a bunch of water and eating bananas. But I did buy Gatorade for Hiki because he is very sick. Not very sick. He's just kind of a little ill today. So I do have a bunch of Gatorade in my living room that I should probably drink. Yeah, apples and applesauce. Not the best thing for people with IBS to take. I remember I ate a banana before my mom took me to the urgent care on Friday. And she was like, well, honey, if you're trying to poop, why'd you eat a banana? And I was like, what do you mean? So bananas actually stop diarrhea. And they're supposed to like make like proper bowel movements. And I was like, oh. It didn't matter anyway because I was cleared. Like my gut was clear, so. Yeah. Try Suero. Tastes great and is better for you than Gatorade. I gotta look this up. Suero. Oh, it looks good. Replenishing electrolytes lost through exercise, illness, or heat. Oh, I do like mango flavored stuff. Okay. I will look into that. Guys, usually, you guys know that, like, I will put off going to the doctor until, like, I feel like I'm dying because doctor's visits are so expensive. I was shaking so violently last night. I didn't even think about, like, not last night, but the night we went to the ER. I was shaking so badly, I didn't even care about how expensive that ER bill is gonna be. I was like, I don't care. I feel like I'm going to fucking die. So I didn't even think about the bill or anything. I just really needed to get, like, somewhere and get some kind of relief or some kind of answers. And Ian Shiki, what did you learn from this experience? I don't know. I don't think I learned anything other than, like, if you feel like you should go to the ER, you should go to the ER. So I'm glad I don't live in the US. Let's try to calculate how much we think that the ER bill will be. So the standard ER bill where you don't get any tests done through my insurance is $750 USD. I also got blood work. I got an IV. I got a CT scan and other exams done. So I'm assuming it's going to be like 1,200 USD. I'm assuming it's going to be 1,200 USD or maybe even more. Something proud to be an American, yeah. I guess I'll just deal with it when it happens. I'm probably gonna have to ask if I can pay it back over time because, you know, circumstances are really bad right now. So I may just even wait until I get sent to collections, which isn't ideal, but hey, that's just gonna affect like my credit or something. So like, I don't even have a credit card. I don't care. It's fine. Simply pretend it doesn't. I'll pretend it doesn't exist until they're telling me I need to go to jail. Then I will pay for it. Cause I'm not gonna have that kind of money anytime soon. Anytime soon. My management job, it is on pause until like January or February. So like, I'm not gonna have that kind of money. I will pay that whenever I'm financially able to. So unless they start threatening me and threatening to like seize my belongings, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm trying to take up the mentality of if I can't do anything about it, why should I worry so much? I'm such an anxious person. Why the hell should I worry so much if I can't do anything about it? Why should I cry over spilt milk? I'm so tired now. I'm so exhausted from everything going on in my life. I'm not gonna worry. They're gonna seize your assets, my VTuber model. Man, the amount of money I've spent on my VTuber models, I could pay like 3 emergency room visits. Maybe more. I'm so sick of worrying about shit. Whatever happens, happens. Ooh, I put my hand down on the left side of my abdomen and it made the pain on my right side feel better. Hope they're decent people and understand your situation. I remember one time I had a medical bill get sent to collections and the lady on the phone was very, very nice to me. Speaking of nice people, I had the best people working the hospital when I went to the emergency room. They were so kind. They were so gentle and kind, and they were just so nice to me. Like, you could tell that they really just wanted me to feel better. And they did everything in their power to make sure that I could feel better. They were so nice and delicate with me. They didn't judge me or act like tired or irritated even though it was the middle of the night. Even the people that had just gotten there an hour before I left that were helping me through everything, they were so nice. It was wonderful. I'm so glad. And I was actually researching online about the hospital that I went to. And I found out that hospital also has the best team for labor and delivery because they have such good people working with them. So I'm just so grateful that I went to that hospital because it was wonderful. I'm just so glad that I had such good people like in my corner. You know? Martha, thank you so much for being a member for 50 months. Fuck it, we ball. And Freddie, thank you so much for joining Kibble Bits. Thank you. Might be good to return to them. I'm definitely going to go to that hospital whenever I have like a pregnancy, you know? Scouting out for future visits. Hell yeah. Maybe you can have another stay there next year if you know what I mean. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. Wishy. But yeah, I feel really reassured after getting blood work to know that like, yeah, I've always worried about having diabetes because my mom has diabetes and I'm hypoglycemic, which is a precursor to diabetes, but my blood work came back awesome. The only thing was that my white blood cells are elevated and I have a weak immune system. I get sick anytime I go outside. When I get sick, I stay sick for months and I get sick when I'm stressed out. It's just something that happens when you have a really weak immune system. So I'm not that bothered by it, and I'm so glad to know that all of my internal organs are in good shape. I'm always worrying about them, so even though they were under bad circumstances, I'm still glad that I got all of that checked out, because now I feel confident in, like, knowing that I don't have cancer, or that something is terribly, terribly wrong with me, because I always feel like something is terribly, terribly wrong with me. So I'm going to stop worrying so much about everything. Have you tried telling your immune system to lock the fuck in? Every day of my life. Every day of my life. So, I'm really grateful I went to the ER. Because I don't know when I would have gotten blood work again. When I would have had a CT scan. So, I remember calling my mom after and she's like, I'm shocked that you got blood work done. She's like, I can't believe you got blood work done. Like, that's crazy. I'm so proud of you. And it wasn't that bad. It was really terrible in the moment because I was having a phobia response. I was having a panic attack and I threw up right after. But, yeah. I'm really glad. Those scans are in your medical records now, so if you ever get another scan, the doctors can compare and look for changes. Exactly. Exactly. I'm very glad. Mika, thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. I just remembered that one of your friends, Athy. Oh, yeah, Athy! Athy's a nurse, and I just had the sketch of her coming into the room and you both having a good time. I wish Athy was my nurse. I'm not gonna lie, I was anxious when I saw that tweet and kept checking my phone throughout the workday looking for an update. I'm so sorry. I deleted it after I found out that I was okay, because I was just so worried that something was terribly wrong for me. And I was in really bad shape. You know, I was in such bad pain and I was shaking so violently. I didn't know what was going on. I really thought I had sepsis or something. So I'm really glad that I went. And I'm really sorry for worrying you guys. Yeah. Glad I got it all checked. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, my dog had a dingleberry. Oh. Hold on. Move out of my way, children. Yeah, sorry to worry you guys. I deleted it like after I found out I was okay. I really thought that something was going to happen to me and that I was going to die. Or that I'd have to prepare to tell you guys that I'm not going to be around much longer. I was so worried. I am just glad that I am okay. So yeah, that was what my weekend was like. Also, I don't know if the person who donated to me last night is here, because I've never seen them in my Streamlabs donos before. But Slimothy, whoever you are, thank you very much for the Streamlabs equivalent of 5 akasupas that you randomly sent me last night. I saw the notification, I was like, what the hell? What the heck? So I just want to tell you how grateful I am. Thank you very, very much. We are now 27% to the goal. That was very, very kind. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I checked the history on Streamlabs and they've never donated to me. So I was very, very surprised to see that. I was like, what the heck? Wow, that's like 1/3 of an ER visit. I know! We've already got 1/3 of it taken care of, guys. Thank you so much, Slimothy. Thank you, thank you. Stop chewing on the banky! Stop chewing on the banky! Dude is Giga Chad. So true. So true. Ugh. I still have this fucking cough. Ah. On to non-medical stuff, though. Guys, I don't know if you saw on Twitter or YouTube, but I am releasing an original song to celebrate Halloween on Friday, which is Halloween. Yippee! Yippee! premiere is already up, so let me grab that and I can link it to you guys so that you can notification bell it. Let me grab it. Here. Pumpkin Night Jam is releasing on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And another thing that came out was I did an English cover with my friend Aries Shepherd. And here's the link to that. It is so awesome. Aries' lyrics are so good. It is up on Aries' channel if you'd like to check it out. It is super well done. It is a English cover of Kami Poina or Goddish. And Aries wrote such awesome English lyrics for it. And we both sound awesome. And we have such a cool video. So good. So yeah, everyone, check these things out. Check these things out. Oh, not only that, but a group cover that I'm in, that Rita hosted, is a Mad Diner, and it's an English cover as well. So check that out. That came out on Friday night, and everyone did a fantastic job. It's so good. Lots of things coming out. Lots and lots of things. So please be sure to check out everything that has been releasing or will be released. Yeah. Also, guys, thank you for being so patient while my health has been kind of all over the place the last few weeks. I haven't had like a proper schedule or anything, so I appreciate you guys still being here and still spending time with me. I know that streams have not been ideal lately, but I really still enjoy spending time with you guys. I think I'm gonna have to keep taking it easy for a little bit longer, so streams may not be very long, but eventually we'll get back to where we were, because I'm very confident that I am gonna get better. It just may be a bit of a process, you know. We roll with the punches, and if we're Doja Cat, maybe there's no more punches left to roll with, but maybe we'll start kicking. This year hasn't been ideal. That's what I'm fucking saying. Any and all time, we all hang out together is fun. Yes, of course. We rollin' and ballin'. Exactly. We rollin' and ballin'. Well, after you roll with the punch, you throw the counter. Oh, I see what you're working with. I see what you're working with. Oh, something to look forward to this week, a planned stream. Requiem is having a Halloween collab on Saturday. We know that that's the day after Halloween, but it's the only day that we're all available. So we are all going to be doing a Halloween collab with Requiem on Saturday night. So that is November 1st. I think we're all going to be playing a new horror game demo. Yeah. It'll be a fun time. Let's see. Let me tell you guys what streams I do have planned this week. I'm going to have a Halloween stream on Friday before my original song drops. I don't know what I'm going to be doing because originally I had karaoke planned, but I don't think I'm going to be able to feel well enough to sing karaoke, especially since my cough is still here. On Thursday, I'm streaming for sure. I'm doing a hand cam. I'm going to be doing a cooking hand cam, and I'm going to be promoting something that's coming out. Has the item finally arrived, and it's so cute and so wonderful. Yeah, we're going to be making some little Halloween treats on Thursday. So please do look forward to that. On Wednesday, I believe that I will be doing 2 streams on Wednesday. I think on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a Patreon stream, and then I'm going to be also streaming the horror tolerance test, which is a game that a bunch of streamers have been playing lately. On Tuesday, I haven't decided if I will stream or not on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. I don't know if it's possible though, so we'll have to see. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if I stream on Tuesday, but we're streaming Wednesday through Saturday. So Wednesday, 2 streams. We got Patreon only and then horror tolerance test. Thursday, we've got a cooking hand cam and a promotional little launch. On Friday is Halloween, and I'll be releasing an original song. And then on Saturday, it's Halloween with Requiem. I don't know when these streams are going to happen. I don't know the times exactly yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know, keep you guys updated. You spoil us, little sick lady. Happy to oblige. I don't know what we'll do on Halloween night. I usually have, like, fun events and stuff like that. And I guess an original song is an event, but I wish I could do more because I even planned out, like, a whole set list for Halloween to sing. So I'm kind of praying that my cough is better by then because it would be really awesome to have a karaoke on Halloween, you know? But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Oh, and Yuta is doing a Halloween horror week. Today she did the first episode and she played Dead Space and she managed to get through it okay, and she wasn't all that scared except when people donated. And she was able to buy herself a new mic thanks to the dono alerts. There's always movie nights. That is true. We could watch a movie. Big Mama's House too. This is a joke. See, you always recommend this and you always say it's a joke, but I don't think it's ever actually a joke. I think you just really love Big Mama's House. Whistles and looks away. What do you mean, Mochi? Oh, it's because of the dono alerts. It's basically me punching myself in the gut. Is it a joke if they always bring it up? That's true. Mochi scaring Yura all the time. Suffering from success. Suffering from success. One of these days she's actually going to make us watch it. We did watch Big Mama's House on stream. The first movie. We need to watch the second movie on stream. You see, I dislike the movie, but I like the joke. Or she. I need to drink more water. Best movies to watch on Halloween. We could watch Hocus Pocus. We could watch Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We could watch Halloween Town. We could watch Beetlejuice. Don't Look Under the Bed. The Addams Family. The Haunted Mansion.
Frankenweenie. We can watch Monster House. Let's see. We watch The Thing. We watch Shaun of the Dead. Let's see. I wish that Shelby Oaks was available to watch. It's in theaters. The Perfect Neighbor. Didn't that come out in like 2005? It's a documentary, right? Okay, Golden, thank you for coming. This is so crazy. I love looking at movies where their ratings are drastically different depending on where you're looking, because 81% of Google users enjoy The Perfect Neighbor. Meanwhile, Rotten Tomatoes has it at 33% and IMDb has it at 4.7 out of 10. Did you remember the Disney Channel movie? Yeah, actually, I think in 2023 for our Halloween stream, we actually watched Phantom of the Megaplex. Yeah. I have seen The Devil's Backbone. It is very good. The debut stream? Maybe I should have died Friday night. I'm kidding. Don't Look Under the Bed used to scare me so bad when I was a kid. It used to scare me so bad when I was a kid. Debut Shiki in her high-pitched voice. I still feel like I have like a higher register, but I was really putting it on because they really wanted me to be very Genki. Oh, you know what might be fun, guys? Let's gather up all the best Goosebumps episodes and watch those together. Let's do that. Let's gather up all the best Goosebumps episodes and watch them together. Yeah. So we'll watch Goosebumps together. Yeah. Be awesome. Smokin', thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. Leb Shimki, wish you the best. Thank you, I appreciate it. And thank you for the head pats as well. Just gotta get a list of places you can stream it from. That's true. Are you afraid of the dark? Oh my gosh. I was rewatching some old Shiki streams and you did seem more hyper. This was a lot more chill. Yeah. I think that also, always being at like max energy back then, I wasn't able to stream that long. Because it took a lot out of me to be that energetic all the time. So when I started chilling out, I was able to like stream longer, you know? And not feel like I'm dying after stream. Oh, Tales from the Crypt is really good too. What if we watched Yo, what if we watched Pinata Survival Island? One of my favorite B horror movies of all time. It is so fucking bad, but it has a special place in my heart because it's so bad. Pinata Survival Island. It is one of the best B horror movies ever. I'll show you. It's actually, like, so fucking stupid. It came out in 2002, and it's about college students that go to a remote island on Cinco de Mayo to, like, find treasure. And, like, fraternity boys are, like, handcuffed to sorority girls. And they have to try to find as much, like, underwear as they can that is, like, laying around the island. But what they don't know is there's, like, there's a clay piñata that an ancient tribe, like, put an evil spirit into. And I think these kids fuck it up and release the evil. And so there's an evil piñata running around on the island and killing these kids. It has a 19% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but 66% of Google users like it. It's so awesome. And the piñata looks fucking terrible. It looks so bad. And the DVD on Amazon, the DVD case has, like, the sorority girl and a fraternity guy in their swimsuits in the water, and behind them is, like, the evil piñata, and it has a quote that says, "A weekend to dismember." Let me show you what the piñata looks like. It actually looks so silly. This is what he looks like. This is the piñata. He's just a little guy. He's just a little dude. How is that a piñata? I don't know. He really, like, tears these kids up. I can't believe I just remembered Pinata Survival Island. What a great movie. I'm trying to remember my favorite episode. One sec. Trilogy of Terror. Trilogy of Terror is awesome. I really like the Zuni doll one. I think that was my favorite one. I feel like stuff with dolls really freaks me out. Let's see, Trilogy of Terror. It's on YouTube. Wow. We could watch both Goosebumps and Trilogy of Terror. Since Trilogy of Terror is only like an hour and 12 minutes, we could watch like 1 or 2 Goosebumps episodes too. Yeah, we could just make it a watch-along day. It'll be fun. Those B-horrors usually have twice the heart of your average film today. True. Vampire sheep? What the hell? Mannequins is what freaks me out. Oh yeah. God, especially when they're weeping angels. Ugh. Y2K, we already watched that. Not again. Ooh. Especially Weeping Angels, yeah. My goodness. Oh, sorry. Can't wait for Y2K too. Yeah, I think that'll be in another 975 years. If I requested an angel statue for you to get on throne, would you approve it? No. I would not. No. Absolutely not. It was called Black Sheep. That's what it was. Genetic experiment on sheep turns them bloodthirsty, rich minded. I gotta watch the little the little vampire is so cute. It's gonna be a bedroom piece. Ugh. Oh God. The pressure. The pressure on my belly. Stop it. Can we watch Rec? I'd love to watch Rec sometime. I think we should be super silly goofy though on Halloween night. But I'd love to watch Rec with you guys sometime. Everything goes on. We could check out some analog horror stuff too if that piques your interest. Gotcha, gotcha. I'm really excited to see the Backrooms movie that they've been like putting together with that young guy. What's his name? Kane Pixels or something like that. Really young guy, and I think, was it A24 or Blumhouse? I think it's A24 that's working together with him on the film, but yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I really want to see Shelby Oaks. That's what I want to see really badly right now. And the Chainsaw Man movie. Yeah, he was super young. Yeah. Very young, but very talented guy. I did see there was a new Marble Hornets miniseries. It was actually, because I was talking to Miss Connie Kanizawa, and we were talking about Marble Hornets because she was like, I brought it up to her, and then it turned out that she was really into Marble Hornets, and I was like, did you know that Marble Hornets was like filmed where like my hometown is? And when we were researching like Marble Hornets, we saw that there was like new stuff for Marble Hornets, and we were like, what the heck? We're like, what? There's more Marble Hornets stuff? Modern Marble Hornets? Was awesome. I want to see it. Let me see if it's in my discount movie theater. If it's in their rotation. Let's see. Let's see. No. A Chainsaw Man movie is in the theater, but it's only in dub. My husband doesn't like dubbed anime. Okay, what about the regular movie theater? Tomorrow, let's see, all movies. Okay, so the regular theater has it in Japanese with subtitles. I think that I'm in the middle of dub and sub stuff because I do like some dubs and I do like some subs better. It really depends on the media, you know. Because I love dubs like older dubs, you know. Like old Funimation dubs and old Bang Zoom dubs are awesome. I watch the dub of Lucky Store all the time. Black Lagoon has an awesome dub. Let's see. Hellsing has a great dub. You know, all those kinds of shows. Haven't been able to see any movies lately. There was a Chainsaw Man movie good. Yeah, I hear it's... I've only heard amazing things about it, so... Yeah. Black Lagoon was awesome. So awesome. Oh man. I'm so tired for some reason. I think I got enough sleep. I just feel so tired. It's probably just, you know, from all the stress and like pains and stuff like that. Oh my god, Bobobo. Bobobo. I prefer the Naruto dub too. I prefer the Bleach dub to the sub too. Worn out from fighting your butt. Start digging in your butt, twin. How long do you usually sleep? Lately? Not very long because of my puppy, but I think he's been a little more generous with me lately. He's been a little more generous. I think last night I was able to sleep like 6 hours, which is good compared to the 3 to 4 he usually lets me get. So. Oran dub is super good. Oran dub is goated with the source. Yeah, Fooly Cooly has a great dub too. Let me look this up. Best anime dubs. Ghost stories. Let's see. Steins Gate has a good dub. Full Metal Alchemist has a good dub. I think a recent dub I really liked was Beastars. Kaguya-sama has a really funny dub. That's another good recent dub. Gurren Lagann had a good dub. Bakano had a good dub. Durarara had a good dub. Death Note has a good dub. Nana has a good dub. Space Dandy. Pokemon, Digimon. They're always super fun. Hellsing, like I said. Soul Eater has a good dub. Yu Yu Hakusho has the good dub. Dragon Ball Z. The Dragon Ball dub, I feel like, bodies the sub. Cowboy Bebop, yeah. Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh yeah, Samurai Champloo. Did you see the last Digimon movie? I don't think so. No. Dragon Ball is the dub over sub example. Exactly. Looking again. Trigun. Trigun has a good dub. Rurouni Kenshin. Aldeka 7. Alneka 7, I prefer the dub over the sub. Oh, Eva, Evangelion. Code Geass has a really good dub too. Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex has a great dub. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Zatch Bell also had a good dub. Monster! Honestly, I prefer the dub of Monster over the sub. Full Metal Panic too. I cannot watch Full Metal Panic in sub. I have to watch Full Metal Panic and Fumofu in dub. It has to be in dub. Lucky Star has to be in dub. Haruhi Suzumiya has to be in dub. Outlaw Star in dub. Yeah. Oh, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. Potato chip scene is forever in my head. It's iconic. My goodness. Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs to be sub for me. The censorship is always too intense. I see. I see. But yeah, there's some decent dubs. There's some decent dubs. And of course, usually I'll watch like stuff that's dubbed if my friends are in it. School Rumble has a really good dub. It's so fun. School Rumble is awesome. So awesome. I like the Detective Conan dub too. The guns are turned into pointed fingers. Yeah. School Rumble is so awesome. That's true. Damn you 4 kids. So many people are covering the Chainsaw Man song, the Iris Out song. My goodness. Oh, I see. Ooh, I hope you enjoy watching. Also, the pressure in my right side is getting a little too much for me to be sitting at my desk, I think. So I think we'll probably end pretty soon. I know it's really short, but I did mention how streams might be a little short for a bit while I recover from all this. Let's see. But yeah, thank you guys for chatting with me. It was really nice to catch up and update you guys on what's been going on. I really appreciate you guys being so patient with me, despite how I guess just like spontaneous stuff has been, and or like lack of streams and lack of activity and stuff. So I just really appreciate you guys still being here and wanting to hang out with me, even when I'm not feeling very well or not as energetic. I really appreciate it, and I'm hoping that by taking this much time, like, to rest, that I can be back to being energetic and stuff like that. So yeah. Sir Bells, thank you so much for being a member for 9 months. Hope you get well soon. She could take all the time you need. Thank you. Do you dislike the more recent censorships going around these days, or do you prefer the looseness? I don't know. I feel like I don't care that much. I feel like I'm pretty neutral on it, you know? Yeah, we all be Shiki. Good luck, have fun. It's all good as long as you're good. I hope everything turns around for you. Thank you. I hope so too, because it's really been really hard for me, and I've been really overwhelmed. So I just want to get better so I can come back at full power, both like streaming and also like singing and stuff like that. Got any manga you hope get adapted? I'd really like to see, what is it? So it's by the same author as Takopi. It's called The Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins, and it's by the same author as Takopi's original sin. And it's about a family where they wake up in the hospital and they all have amnesia and they don't know who they are or who their family is or how they got there or anything like that. It's a very interesting story that I would love to see adapted into an anime. Yeah. Yeah. The Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins. It's a really interesting story. It can be kind of confusing at times, but it's like a whirlwind, honestly. And it's like one of those stories that keeps you on edge. Yeah. Wanted to mention that I've listened to Better Luck Next Time every week since it's... Aw, thank you! I appreciate it so much. Thank you for listening. Oh, yeah. I honestly don't think anyone would be able to make a proper adaptation for Poon Poon. It's just too iconic, if that makes sense. I don't think anything would be able to do it justice. I feel like they'll do what they... I feel like they'll do to Poon Poon what they did to Junji Ito. I can't risk that. I won't. I'm gonna get you out of there. I'm gonna get you out of there. Alright, guys. Well, I'm gonna probably head off for now and look for something light to eat before I have to start working again later tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Not tonight, today. And I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but if I do, I will let you guys know. And, you know, the waiting room will go up. But if I don't see you tomorrow, then I'll, of course, see you on Wednesday. Because we have 2 streams on Wednesday. We got Patreon only, and then we've also got the horror tolerance test. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye for now, Oyashiki. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much always for your support and kindness and love. It really makes my days a bit more worthwhile while I'm going through all of this. It is the highlight of my day to be able to talk to you guys and see you guys on social media and stuff. I really appreciate everything you guys do for me, and I'm very grateful that you're sticking with me. Alright, bye-bye for now, Oyashiki.